I'm in Lowe's. This manager decided to take upon himself to tell me what I've done wrong. So tell the people that you're mad that I found these locks for $78 because y'all put the wrong price. Y'all put the wrong price. You don't want to look at me now? You just had a lot to say. You don't have nothing to say? You're mad that I found. What's up, dog? How you feeling? They had the price under it, and we know that all stores, when you make a mistake and keep the items under the price, they have to honor it. You came over here while I was having a conversation with a nice black young lady and proceeded to say, oh, if we place our items anywhere, then that's the price, right? That's how you treat a customer at Lowe's? Are you the manager? You said you're the manager, right? So instead of de-escalating the situation, you added fuel to the fire. You didn't come over here with customer service. You came over here with bad service. Huh? Why? Because I'm a black man trying to do good things? Or what was it? Because I was talking to a black lady. Huh? You have nothing to say? Well, this is going right to Lowe's. Right to Lowe's. I hope that you got your job, bro. What's up, brother? How you feeling? What's going on? What's up, bro? How you feeling?
Good, we're doing good.
They trying to kick me out because they made the wrong price on their stuff. So ask them.
Okay.
And the guy said, yes, it is $78.
This is Lowe's policy. We're refusing service.
Remember, you're going to be viral. You're going to be viral. I don't think Lowe's is going to like this. You see how they treat? You see how they treating us, Lowe's? You're going to be viral in the morning. Lowe's. This is how you manage it. This is how you manage your acts, Lowe's. My name is Joseph Jones.
Joseph? All right.
Joseph Jones.
Second, figure this out, please.
You're gonna cost $58, right?
I got you. Yeah.
So that's what he told him. He told him, look,
Bro, you don't even have to explain nothing to them.
And then
Social media will explain it to them later.
That's what he told
And this guy, they will know your name in seconds, bro. You're going to be so viral later for trying to cause this problem. You don't want to de-escalate. You're supposed to be the manager. I hope you have a job for your family in the morning. Now you disappeared because you called police. For what? For what?
Can you get someone behind here to run? He was supposed to be run up 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, but he came.
Well, right now, while we're here, can you get someone else to ring him up?
Now it's somebody else to ring him up. The manager just came out here and told me that I can't shop in here. He said I did something wrong.
Yeah, but Dave went to check the price
It
to
doesn't matter. The
verify.
price was wrong. We had to give it to him and honor it.
Okay, that's all I need.
Oh, they're gonna be so viral tomorrow. The price is wrong. I'm right, and he just made me feel like a criminal. He just where's the guy that was right here that just came out here and said this is our fucking policy. This is what happens too much in America. You heard? Pardon me. And I don't like to have my phone out, but shit gets spooky when police come around, especially when we're innocent.
We're going to figure this out, right?
You can figure it out, bro. I'm just doing what's allowed to do in America, my brother. Is yelling a crime?
No.
Okay then, bro. Like, just leave me alone. You wasn't done wrong. I was. My money's still up there. They take my money. All right, bet. You don't want to come outside and talk to me, bro? You don't want to come outside and say you was wrong and apologize? Maybe I won't post it. You don't want to say I apologize? You don't want to turn around? You don't want to let the people know what you did, how you wronged me? You could have de-escalated the situation as a good manager and saved face for Lowe's. I come in here every week. What happened? You keep walking away. That's bad management skills. You have no customer service skills whatsoever. While being right and black in America. This shit crazy.
Can you just hit cancel on that, please? Or did you put your, okay, put your number. You can just hit cancel.
People call police on black people as if that's supposed to scare them. There's no crimes being committed. The only time people get scared if there's crimes being committed. That's what us black people need to understand. We gotta stand down. These people be trying to do too much to us over nothing because they feel a type of way. Because we're allowed to do the things they're allowed to do. That's what America's here for. It's a freedom. It's a free country. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Jim Jones said, I went to one of my favorite places today at Lowe's Home Improvement, and I was treated less than very embarrassing. Huh? And I was treated less than very embarrassing. Y'all with one L know my first thought was to crash. but I've learned I can't handle every situation with that mentality, but he spelled with W-I-T and that T-H-T. He should have spell checked this shit. Oh my goodness, Jim Jones. This is about as messy as your braids. You know what? Maybe he typed this fast. Anyway, make sure y'all click thumbs up while you're listening. Click thumbs up and leave a comment with your reaction to all of this. Was he right or was he wrong? Let me know while I'm reading this mess. He went to one of his favorite places, Lowe's. He was treated less than very embarrassing. Y'all know my first thought was to crash. I guess he meant to say crash out. But I've learned I can't handle every situation with that mentality because it turns me being right into a wrong. I'm sorry reading this like this. It's hard to read this because the way it's written, it doesn't have like the correct, periods and commas and everything. The punctuation, the spelling, all of it is just downright horrific. New York, work on your educational system. Anyways, I can't handle every situation with that mentality because it turns me being right into a wrong due to the way I react. I was theater. I don't even know what he's talking about. Maybe he meant to say he was heated. Today, I held my composure, not my composure, my composer. You're waving a stick and telling people when to play the trumpet, Jimmy? Today, I held my composure pretty well. If you know me. Yeah, I know you from running around in the Ruckers, allegedly. Anyways, I wanted to make sure it was the right price. I was threatened to not be taken care of as a customer. I was rudely told to get out and they called the cops on me, all because I knew I was right and they knew they were wrong. So to hide it or scare me, they tried to call the police. Let's just say God doesn't play about me. I ain't perfect, but I don't have to be perfect to be right. Lowe's, as a customer, y'all need to do better with choosing your managers because this is something that could have been avoided. If the manager knew anything about customer service, he said knew with no K. If the manager knew anything about customer service, I'm still going to shop at Lowe's. Hope I don't get harassed again. You need to go to a different store, Jimmy. Let me see. Somebody said, honor that price, my boy. Anishka or Anishka Music, I guess. The letters are all together. So it's like as if it's just one long word. Mano said at Fabulous. There you go. Yes, and I don't know. It cuts off. I didn't even screenshot whatever Mano was saying. Anyway, so when Lowe's goes low, Jim Jones goes high. And High Hater to Mano, because he made the song High Hater. Yeah, do y'all know that Mano used to go with K. Michelle from The Real Housewives of Atlanta? Remember, she was supposed to be suing him over something he said about her, allegedly. Anyway, so I think that's what happened. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I think that's what happened. I think she either threatened a lawsuit or tried to go. I'm going to dig up that story. I'm going to dig it up. I'm going to talk to y'all about it in a separate video. Here's the thing. Jim Jones, Jesus Christ, this dude, Jim Jones, you couldn't propose to Chrissy, but you could take your butt down to Lowe's and go buy some plywood and some locks or whatever you're doing up in there. Remember the time, was it that cornball Ben Shapiro went and bought like that one little piece of wood, to try to make it look like he's a handyman or something like that. That was funny. So funny because he's just such a clown. But I'm wondering, was Jim Jones buying locks because of what had happened? The video that 50 Cent put out there of him trying to break into that place that he was renting out to do his podcast with, I think it's with Fabulous and Mano. And I'm not sure if anybody else is on there. I forget the name of the podcast. Does somebody remember the name of the podcast and who the exact hosts were? Because I think it was Jim Jones, Mano, and Fabulous. Never listened to an episode. Never watched that. Some of you may be surprised. Like, aren't you from the North? And didn't you grow up listening to Jim Jones and Fabulous? Because I don't know who listens to Mano, but I mean, I'm not trying to be shady. But I know, because I know some of you thinking you're into the Northern hip hop thing or whatever. So I know that you know who these guys are. Yeah, I do. But, I never listened to their show because when I saw little clips of it, it didn't look like anything that I wanted to listen to. I don't really care about Jim Jones' opinions about music or whatever. Fabulous, yeah, I'll check him out. But, he's a really good rap. I mean, he has bars. That guy can really rap. But Jim Jones is renting this place to do the podcast. And if I'm not mistaken, he didn't pay the rent, and he ended up trying to kick in doors, allegedly, to try to get in. Allow his stuff was in there, but he was basically locked out or whatever. So maybe he's buying his own locks so he can't be locked out again, as if they can't just cut them things off and whatnot. Remember not Jim Jones, 50 Cent put the videos out there, was clowning him. I made a separate video. If you didn't see that video, if you don't know what I'm talking about, of him kicking in the doors and 50 Cent clowning him. And I think that 50 Cent invested in that building just to spite Jim Jones, it seemed like, allegedly. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I will post a link to the video, pin it at the top of the comment section, okay? If you watch that video, make sure you leave a comment. Even if you're just saying hi to let me know that you saw the video, okay? You always got to at least say hi. Say something. Secret password to let me know you made it till the end of the video is, if you think that the way that Jim Jones was treated by those people at that store was wrong, if you think that what they did was inappropriate, if you think that they need to give him those locks for free or a discount or something to make it up to him, say low. If you say low, that'll let me know that you're against what they did. Now, if you think that what they did was all right, if you think that they were, at a higher frequency, if you think that what they did was okay, calling the police and all of this other commotion, say hi. H-I-G-H, high. Okay? That high. So I need to know if they went low or if they went high. That'll let me know whose side you're on. You're on Jim Jones' side or low side or neither side, because I think that what they did was wrong. They didn't have to call the police and all that. He wasn't acting all belligerent and everything like that, but you know how they are. Okay. That's all I'm saying. You know how they are, if you know. So it is what it is. So of course they would do some Karen stuff like that. I don't like that term Karen, but it is what it is. Anyway, before I go, make sure y'all click thumbs up. It's free. Subscribe. It's free. Choose all notifications. It's free. Let's talk about it below. I need to know everybody's opinion. Listen, guys, before I go, if you become a channel member, then that costs you something every month. You give me a few dollars or whatever. That'd be awesome if you can do that. If not, maybe you could leave a super thanks, a one-time donation to the channel. If not, if you can't or don't want to do that, that is fine. You leave a comment below. And that's free 99. Everybody loves free stuff. So go ahead and leave that comment and that thumbs up. And if you want to click that hype, more people will see what happened.